He's a kung fu renegade cop.
I don't want to hear it, Kung Fury. I've just been at City Hall. You just destroyed an entire city block, for Christ's sake.
I quit.
Now he must defeat the most evil kung fu master in the world, Adolf Hitler, aka Kung Fuhrer.
Hitler. He's the worst criminal of all time. I need to kill him.
So apparently, in Miami of 1985, there was Kung Fury. And, he was the best cop in the world. All right, so this Kung Fury, I've been meaning to talk about this movie because, man, ever since I saw this, I remember back when they were kind of doing the Kickstarter for it. And I remember my father showing me the trailer for it, and I said, that looks stupid, but it looks awesome. And the whole point of it was because it was supposed to be a parody of those like cheesy 80s action movies. I mean, the fact that the plot of this movie is about a cop who gets kung fu powers by getting struck by lightning and bitten by a cobra and becomes the best cop in the world. He becomes Kung Fury. And that he has to go back in time and defeat Adolf Hitler, aka Kung Fuhrer, to basically kill him because Hitler wants to be Kung Fury. And this movie's only 30 minutes long, and this is one of those movies where it's like, I don't have enough time to watch like an hour and a half movie or even an hour long thing or even, like an hour long TV show. So like, what if I like want to watch like a 30-minute movie that I've seen so many times and, we'll quote it for days. I love every aspect of it, from the cheesy acting, from the awesome action scenes that are all green screen, to the amazing soundtrack, to David Hasselhoff singing the theme. What movie could that possibly be? And it is hands down Kung Fury. So, when I first saw this, I'm like, dude, this is like one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. And this is also one of those movies where I like passed it along to friends of mine because I'm like, dude, you got to see this movie. You got to see this movie. And I showed it to them and they watched it and they're like, that was amazing. Like, I remember I text a friend of mine, like, you have to see this movie. And I shared them the movie. And then a couple hours later, they then send me a text back and says, oh my God, that movie was gold. And I'm like, yes, it was. And I love it. So if you love those campy, cheeseball 80s action movies from back in the day, and you just love ridiculousness, I mean, you have Triceratops playing Triceracop. What more could you want? This movie's awesome. So the actor who plays Kung Fury also directed the movie as well. So this was very much, like his vision. And man, I love the dialogue. It's so cheesy. And the one-liners he says, I literally, with my father, we will just randomly quote that movie. We will quote this movie because it is so awesome. I mean, from Kung Fury grabbing a Nazi's arm and says, "I'm disarming you," and then rips it off and then hits him with it, you know what you're getting into. Yeah, I mean, after saying knock knock, he says knuckles and then just punches someone in the face. Come on. What more could you want? Are you not entertained? This movie, it's on YouTube. The entirety is on YouTube. It's only 30 minutes long. So when I heard that when they were doing a movie, I'm like, dude, that is awesome. And I find out it's 30 minutes. I'm like, man. I'm like, okay, we'll see what it is. And then after it ended, I'm like, I want more. Like, I want more of this. And they're doing it. They filmed a second one that has Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. President and Michael Fassbender as Kung Fury's sidekick. And I'm like, dude, this is just brilliant. And then I heard it's going to be feature length. So I'm like, that is just awesome. Yeah, I mean, I love the score too. It's done by like synthwave bands like Lost Years, Betamax, Mitch Murder did most of it. Highway Superstar. So if you listen to like synthwave music, it's all like the 80s like Carpenter style synthesized soundtracks, which I love. I love that. So yeah, from him being hacked back in time thanks to Hacker Man, and then lands in the Viking Age and encounters a laser raptor, a raptor with lasers. Dude, you can't get more cheesy. This is just awesome. This is a movie where if you start nitpicking it, there's something wrong with you. I don't know how long I can continue kissing this movie's behind. But I absolutely adore this movie, from, you know, the ridiculous acting, the ridiculous plot, the amazing soundtrack. You know, even some of like the cinematography too, even though it's all green screen, or most of it is green screen, I'm like, dude, this is still really cool. And then, yeah, the cherry on top, it's David Hasselhoff singing the theme song, which is awesome. It's an awesome theme song. I love listening to it all the time. But it's the fact that he voices the Hoff 9000, the artificial intelligence that is in Kung Fury's car. And the fact that Knight Rider came out in the 80s, which is why they did that. And then I've heard that David Hasselhoff is coming back in the second one, which is just awesome. With the second one, I've kept, you know, close tabs on it. They finished filming it. They're in post. It's supposed to come out this year, like later this year. So I really hope they play a trailer for it soon. I was really hoping they played a trailer at Comic-Con, but unfortunately not. But, you know, if they do show that movie in theaters, I am absolutely seeing it. I'm seeing it on the biggest screen I can, because I absolutely adore this movie. And yes, this movie is absolutely getting a rating of amazing. I love watching this movie. It is ridiculous, but it is awesome. So if you have 30 minutes and you want to see an awesome movie that is purposely done, just watch this movie. I don't know how much more I can say. I've already, you know, kissed this movie's butt for 9 minutes, so it's just watch it. It's awesome.
Get ready for a new world of unspeakable adventures never before shown in a motion picture. Get ready for Kung Fury.